Okay, coaches, up till now we've been evaluating the pitchers based on their mechanics. And as long as possible, you want to stay away from evaluating them based on where the pitch goes. And just simply look at mechanics. And that's going to be difficult for them as well because they want to look at where the ball goes. The only thing that matters is am I throwing strikes or am I throwing fast? Those things really aren't important until they have good mechanics. And once those mechanics come along, some of the things we want to look for is some control difficulties and how can we help those control problems. If they're having trouble controlling the ball up and down, you simply want to adjust release point. If the ball is going too low, they want to hang on to it longer. If the ball is going too high, you want to let go of it sooner. A lot of coaches tend to try to adjust things like stride and body lean when you're having problems up and down, and that's not necessary. It's simply release point. If they're having control problems side to side, balls going a lot of inside pitches, a lot of outside pitches, then we have problems with the body going off to the side. Then we have to look at, are they staying in a straight line to their target? And if the ball's going to the side, obviously some part of their body is pulling them that way. And we need to look at a little more specifically what part of their body might be doing that. It could be glove going off to the side. It could be the stride stepping off to the side. It could be a lean of the shoulders off to the side. But anything affecting their control side to side is because of body movement side to side. We've covered a lot of different areas in this tape, and we've seen a lot of different problems. Remember, each pitcher is going to be different. You still may find out there's a lot of other questions that you need answered. For example, one question that's often asked is, what about their eyes? Where should they be focused as they're pitching? A lot of pitchers tend to look at the target, drop their eyes down as they start through their motion, and then how important is it to bring the eyes back up and focused on the target? I usually tell people that I think it's very important that at some point, if the eyes drop down to the ground, that they come back up and pick up the target and see where they want to throw the ball. That's something that a lot of pitchers don't think too often about. I think it's important, coaches, that you keep it simple. Don't throw too much at your pitchers at one time. Allow them time to work through one step at a time and work through that, drilling it over and over so that they have time to build muscle memory in those areas. Keep it as simple as possible for them. Remember, they have a lot of other factors that they're thinking about as well. Again, it's important that we're patient with them. Let them work through these things at their own pace. Some pitchers may pick it up in a week. Some pitchers might take a month or a year. Allow them that time. Give them opportunities to pitch without the stresses of a catcher chasing the ball. Remember that it may take some of them throwing into the wall or into the fence or whatever the case might be, but make their practices specific to them and their needs. Be patient. Allow them to have the time to learn to throw strikes at their own pace. It's not going to happen overnight, and pitchers need to remember that as well. Also, when evaluating the pitchers, remember that it's not important where the ball goes. The question that's often asked is, do we work on speed first or control? What I usually answer to that is you work on mechanics. If pitchers have proper mechanics, speed and control will come from those things. You shouldn't have to even work on them. So coaches, remember, keep it simple. It's not necessary for you to have long 60-minute sessions. 20-minute session working with your pitchers on specific areas is much more beneficial than the long sessions. Keep it as simple as possible. Make it on specific areas, and everybody will benefit, and your team will have a much more successful season.